Georgia overcomes slow start. Rallies past resilient Missouri in SEC thriller. Columbia, Missouri, the mark of a champion isn't a perfect start. It's a relentless finish. For the second consecutive season, the #1 Georgia Bulldogs found themselves in a fourth-quarter dogfight against a gritty Missouri Tigers team. And for the second straight year, they proved why they reign atop the college football world, mounting a second-half comeback to escape Faurot Field with a 26-22 victory. The narrative of an easy Georgia victory was shredded by halftime. Missouri 2-1, 0-1 second, playing with a fire and precision that belied their underdog status, outplayed the two-time defending national champions for the first 30 minutes. The Tigers' defense harassed quarterback Carson Beck, while quarterback Brady Cook and superstar receiver Luther Burden III executed their game plan to near perfection. Cook connected with Burden for a spectacular 39-yard touchdown reception in the first quarter, a statement play that announced Missouri was not intimidated. Kicker Harrison Mevis added 3 field goals, and the Tigers marched into the locker room with a surprising and well-earned 13-10 lead. The message at halftime was simple. Georgia coach Kirby Smart said, "We're getting outplayed, out-physicaled, and out-coached. We've got to respond." Respond they did. The Bulldogs, 4-0, 1-0 SEC, emerged from the break a different team, particularly on defense. They began to stifle the Missouri rushing attack and generate pressure on Cook. The offense, which had sputtered for much of the game, finally found its rhythm with a methodical, power-running drive. The turning point came late in the third quarter. After a muffed punt by Missouri gave Georgia prime field position, running back Dijun Edwards plunged into the end zone from 1 yard out to give the Bulldogs their first lead since the first quarter, 17-16. Missouri, to its immense credit, refused to fold. Cook engineered a drive that ended with another Mevis field goal, putting the Tigers back on top 19-17 with just over 12 minutes remaining. The upset alert was blaring once again. But champions have playmakers, and Georgia has Brock Bowers. The All-American tight end, who'd been relatively quiet, exploded for the decisive play. With 4:55 left on the clock, Beck found Bowers on a crossing route near the sideline. What looked like a solid game turned into a game-winning masterpiece. Bowers broke a tackle, cut back across the field, and outran the entire Missouri defense for a breathtaking 40-yard touchdown. "I just saw green grass," Bowers said nonchalantly after the game. "Carson put it on me, and I just had to make a play." Missouri had one final chance, driving into Georgia territory in the final minute. But the Bulldogs' defense, which had tightened its grip throughout the second half, sealed the game with a final stop, extinguishing the Tigers' hopes. While Beck finished with 269 passing yards and the crucial touchdown to Bowers, the story was the resilience of a team that was pushed to the brink. Carson Beck, in his first true road test, was steady under pressure, and the defense allowed just 6 points in the second half. For Missouri, the loss is a heartbreaking reminder of how thin the margin for error is against a juggernaut. Brady Cook's 224 passing yards and Luther Burden's 53 receiving yards were valiant efforts in a losing cause. The victory extends Georgia's nation-leading winning streak to 22 games and serves as a stark warning to the rest of the country. Even when the Bulldogs aren't at their best, their resolve and talent make them nearly impossible to beat. They didn't steal a win in Columbia. They earned it the hard way, which is perhaps the most valuable win of all.